Welcome to the Heart of Giving. As you know, this program is just for the nonprofits, the people in our community that give of themselves to make us a stronger community. Today is no exception. Today we have a new group, well, it's not new, but it's growing, of women that have started something in our community that is really making a difference. It's called 4GIRLS. Now, we'll find out what that means. But we have Claudia Copley and Maria Gugerty. They're with us today. You're the beginning, aren't you? The two of you?
Correct.
Okay, 4GIRLS. What is 4GIRLS?
4GIRLS is an organization, and 4GIRLS is an acronym. It stands for...
And this is Claudia, by the way. Okay.
Yes, thank you. It's getting inspired for real life success. And our mission is to empower and inspire middle school girls because we want them to know that exactly as they are powerful, valuable, and beautiful, just as they are.
So these are middle school girls.
Correct. Not high school, but our target is middle school.
Where did you get this idea?
At the Women's Conference in Long Beach, the one that was used to be hosted by Maria Shriver.
Yes.
I'd attend many years with my friend Maria and other ladies, and I always left feeling very empowered and inspired.
You wanted to do something.
I wanted to do something. I have talents and skills, and I thought, what can I do? And I always left leaving the conference feeling very empowered and inspired. And I thought...
She'd love to hear that.
Yeah, and I wish I felt like that as a kid. Because as a kid, I felt the complete opposite, especially middle school. Those were really tough. I already had a tough background growing up. But then those years especially, it's those transformation years. You know, my body's changing, my friends are changing, a new school. And
I kind of don't know who I am.
Very much so. And I didn't feel very valuable as a kid, and I thought, I wish I would have felt like I did at the Women's Conference. And so that started the idea. And I shared with my friend Maria, how about doing a conference, but for girls, just designed like the Women's Conference. But instead of lecture-based, do more interactive activities. Physical movement, and then also some discussion, but because kids need to move, girls need to move. And so I asked my friend Maria, what do you think about this idea? How did you feel?
How did you feel about it?
I thought it was a terrific idea because I too struggled during that time period. And the more that I started doing some research about that age group, come to find out, middle school years is difficult for every child, but for girls in particular, especially around the areas of self-esteem. So I thought this was a terrific idea.
So the two of you got together?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
And then it started growing. I asked other friends in the community, would you participate in helping to do this? And everybody, all women said, sure, I'd love to help. And everybody has a different skill set. And so we started the nonprofit. We're a legit 501c3. We had to go through that. And then we had a fundraiser because the girls that come to our program, we don't charge them anything to attend the annual event. If I would have had to pay something like that
When you
as a
say
kid,
annual event, you only do it once a year?
we do it once. The signature marquee event is once a year, like the Women's Conference. It's all day Saturday and most of the day Sunday.
Okay.
But then once they participate in our program, Maria's idea was
we have ongoing events. It started out quarterly. We are very quickly approaching monthly events to help to continue to support the mission. And they include activities from martial arts, self-defense, painting, dancing, all sorts of different activities that we do throughout the year, but we offer them to girls who participate in our workshop.
And you don't do all the classes and the dancing and the...
Well,
we're there. You have people help you.
We're there volunteering, participating with the girls, but we have a professional lead the event. We're going to have a public speaking, how to speak in public for the girls. And that's going to be led at Cal State Long Beach. That's this month. That's this month's activity, and it'll be led by a professor. So, and it's when people hear about our organization, they want to help in some way. And we take time, talent, or treasure. And so this woman is volunteering her time to on a Saturday to teach girls how to confidently speak in public, which is a skill everybody needs.
So every month you have an emphasis on some things?
Correct.
Yes. Almost every month. We're getting to that point. Right now we're probably bi-monthly, but we definitely always want to continue to support the mission. When we have our annual workshops, we pick a theme, whether it's authentic, like it was last year, the year before is brave, and so we really want to try to incorporate that theme in the activities that we do throughout the year.
And where do you get your young ladies?
From middle schools, different middle schools. I now have a relationship with some of the counselors and will go and present the program to a group of perhaps 40 girls, and we invite them to attend. They have to fill out an application, but the application is more for us to get to know who they are, like what's their favorite word or music, and what's their background, who they live with. And then once they apply, we have limited space. We usually have funding for 50 girls. We would love to have more because the more we include, the better, but we usually just can accept about 50. And then we have the workshop, and then we continue to invite them.
And are you seeing the same girls wanting to come to all of them?
Yes, but
that's a problem because every month you get new people.
Correct. Well, every year we'll get new people, but if they've moved on to high school, they can come back as what we call a junior mentor.
And the junior mentors help to guide the girls. They sit with a table. One junior mentor might have 5 or 6 middle school girls at a table that they stay with throughout the whole workshop, and they really are someone there to help them come out of their shell, share, participate in the activities, and it's proven very, very fruitful and very exciting for us to have the junior mentors in these roles.
It's a leadership skill as well for the high schoolers.
The mentors.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
And tell me some of your success stories that have made you happy.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a lot of the girls after the workshop will say, I thank you so much for I am now able to know that I can love myself just as I am. And that always gets me because before the workshop, they had a certain idea about how they are and how they have to be depending on who their peers are. And then that just gets taken away and they're able to be their authentic
You're
self.
an individual.
Exactly. And that's the best part. You're an individual, which there's no one like you. So why not celebrate that instead of comparing yourself to other people? And as a kid, if you can get that message early, sky's the limit with your esteem. I mean, what you can do.
What are the comments?
For me, one of the most powerful things that I remember, because it happened not too long ago, we were doing an event at the Museum of Latin American Art, and I was standing outside waiting for the girls to be dropped off by their parents or guardians, and a mother parked her car and came up to me and pulled me aside and said, unsolicited, she said, I have to tell you, what you guys are doing is amazing. You've had the most tremendous influence on my daughter that you will never even know how much you've impacted her and our family because of what you're doing. I have goosebumps just talking about it because it was very
brings you to
powerful.
tears.
It does. It does.
That's marvelous.
It's wonderful. And here's this idea that we weren't sure how it would work, and 5 years later, it's working. And
you've gone from once a year to monthly.
right, and they're growing.
And are they at a facility, different facilities, or just one?
The monthly events go to different facilities based on what we're doing. But our annual event for the past 2 years, we've had it at Nelson Academy. It's the Long Beach School District.
Where is that?
It's on Cherry and Pacific Coast Highway near there. It's a brand new middle school.
Yes.
And we use their facility. It's a gorgeous facility, and it's already a middle school, and it has all the things that we need. So it's wonderful.
And do you pay for it, or is it?
We do. We have to pay for it. It'd be nice to have a venue where the cost is less, or someone can donate it. We would love that opportunity, because any funds that we receive just go back to giving to the girls. We provide the materials. We buy them lunch. We buy them breakfast at the workshops.
And how do you raise your money? I mean, where do you get your money?
So today, the vast majority, over 90% of our funds, come from this annual gala that we've been holding, that we invite our friends, the community, to participate. We get very little from corporate sponsorship today, but we're really working on trying to build that up.
So people know what's really happening.
Yes.
Where does the word 4GIRLS, I think I asked you and I still don't really understand it, but I think of the number 4, and you're saying that it's F-O-R.
F-O-R.
Yeah, it's
4
really just a
girls.
play on,
Play on.
the words. We were trying to get a catchy logo. So the acronym, it stands for Getting Inspired for Real Life Success.
Okay. I think maybe we got to understand that better.
Right,
So-
right, I know.
But so this means that the two of you, 5 years ago, in Long Beach, knowing each other for years because your kids went to school together,
Correct.
all of a sudden got together and said, we want to do something. And now you have a program that is empowering middle school girls.
Correct.
How about that?
And we're growing now. There's a 4GIRLS Orange County that is launching in 2016. And
Taking your name?
well, we're part of that. It's a woman who is a leader in her community, has been a mentor at our organization, said, I'd like for you to start this in Orange County. And I said, we can support you to start it. And it'll be the same program, except it's in a different location. So a chapter is now, a new chapter is being started, which is wonderful.
That is wonderful. When they fill out a little application through their school, is that correct?
Correct.
It's to girls that are interested.
Right.
And in that, do they say, I'd love to know how to dance, or I'm shy, or, I mean, how do you get to know them a little bit?
In the application, we'll ask them, what is your biggest challenge? And usually that's where we find a little bit about them.
I see.
Yeah, it's remarkable to me how much they share through that application. And that really helps us to kind of identify girls that perhaps might need a little bit more focus during the session, and it helps us to group girls together, ones
Yeah,
that
I
might
guess
be more
when you
extroverted.
have 50,
Yeah.
you can kind of become a little more individualized than if you had 200.
Of course.
something.
Correct.
Of course.
Correct. Yeah.
So, well, congratulations to both of you. That's wonderful, and you know you're just full of vim and vigor about your cause, and that's what's part of that's the whole reason it's being so successful, I think. So,
Yes,
I thank you
thank
so
you.
much for being with us. And
Oh,
how can they get in touch with you if they're interested?
We have
More about
our
it.
website. And
You have a website.
We have a website. It's inspiration, the number 4, girls, inspiration4girls.org.
Inspiration4girls.org.
Correct.
Okie doke.
Correct.
So if somebody wants to get in touch with you to help, or to help you mentor or give a speech or teach them how to dance, they should get in touch.
Yes.
Please.
I love
Yes.
that. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Well, that was inspirational. That just shows you what can happen when people in our community see something that interests them and try to do something about it. And this is showing that it's happening. We'll be right back. We're back. And before I introduce our next guest, I would just like to take a minute to thank Memorial Hospital. They are sponsoring this program, and they have been so gracious in making sure that the nonprofits are important and people know more about the nonprofits in town. So thank you, Memorial, for continuing to sponsor the Heart of Giving. And now we have another fairly new nonprofit in the community, started by one person. And she has shown great success in what she's trying to accomplish, and it's called His Little Feet. It's Hallie Wolf, who's the founder and the president of His Little Feet, and it's all about shoes. And it's very interesting how she got started and what she does with them. So Hallie, welcome to you. I'm so pleased that you're here, and I know that you're still going to get your nonprofit license soon. But how long have you been in operation, and then we'll find out what it is.
Okay. In January 2014, the idea came that there are needs in our community, and out of our extras, we are able to help those needs. And so,
You mean what we might throw away, somebody might use?
exactly.
Okay, what's that?
I did a study, and the study was we have abundance in our communities and in multiple areas in our life, and technology and in clothing, and there's needs in our very own community that we don't even know about, that we, out of our extras, we could provide for them and help our community to become less impoverished.
And that is?
That is with shoes. So I have, I'm a mother of 3, and my 2 little ones grow out of shoes pretty frequently. And so I started with their 4 pairs of shoes and just began to ask family and friends, listen, I know of a need in our community. The need won't leave my mind because the school counselor had said sometimes the children will come into the school and their shoes are, have holes, and it was winter time when I began. So they were taping their shoes and tying them together with rubber bands, and I thought I could do something about this. So what we began a shoe drive, and just family and friends, and we gathered for about a month, and 220 pairs were collected, and so
you had, these are children's shoes?
Children's shoes.
Okay, so you just kind of got the word out and said that we can do something about the shoes that have been used, but somebody else might be able to use them if we can fix them up.
Exactly.
Is that right?
That is right.
Okay, now you can go on.
So some people that didn't have children provided new shoes, and then the ones that were gently used, we cleaned up and refurbished, put new laces in them, sprayed them with disinfectant spray, and wiped them down. And a lot of them, honestly, were just dirty, and they still had good life to them. So we were able to clean the shoes and then deliver them to the school. And since then, we've made it once a month we deliver shoes. We started out with just one school in Long Beach, and we just adopted our second school. And we deliver once a month to the children, and they are able to go to the nurse's office if their shoes are falling apart, or they have a shoe that's too small and their parents can't afford to buy them new shoes. They will be provided with new shoes.
So the counselor then would look in her bank of shoes that you've given them,
right,
and find them a pair of shoes.
Yes, that's right.
That's marvelous.
Yeah.
And are you doing this all by yourself?
No, I have a great group of support at the church I go to. A lot of the women are on board, as well as friends and family have become a part of it. And
they're all looking for shoes.
Yes, isn't that great?
And so the people that you're working with now are ladies from your church, and they're all looking for shoes and getting shoes and telling people of the need for shoes.
Yes.
And they bring them to you. And so you have thousands of shoes.
That's
What do you
right.
do with them?
So I am a single parent, so I do have a garage that is not used. So and so we have a warehouse that we've set up in my garage, and we have organization with girls and boys sizes from 10 to 10, and each size has its own compartment, and we have stacks and stacks of shoes that are given. And so once a month we do, we call it a cleaning event, and we have lunch, and we have women and also some high school students that need to get credits for community service hours. They come, and for about 3 hours we clean the shoes, and we refurbish them, we put new laces, and put them in
And you
sizes.
clean the inside, and do you sometimes have to put new linings in? And
At this point, we've people really are impressing me. They're giving to me what is not their old shoes. A lot of them are just grown out shoes, and so at this point, yeah, we just disinfect. We disinfectant spray in and wipe them down, and a lot of them are good to go.
And instead of throwing them away, they're recycled.
They're recycled. It's a green effort too. Year to date, there's been over 1,800 pairs donated and kept out of our landfill and sources and stuff like that.
And so you do this at 2 schools.
Yes, Jane Addams Elementary is in North Long Beach, and then Whittier Elementary is off of PCH and Cherry. And there's each school has a list of the children that are homeless or at risk of being homeless, and those children typically will get the first, and then anyone that has emergency needs, which the counselors say it happens often that they'll come stumbling and tripping over the soles of their shoes, and that way that they'll just pick out a new pair. And I deliver a couple sizes of each child's shoe, so there's a variety of shoes. And if there's ever a need of emergency shoes, they have my number and can contact me, and we will get them shoes immediately.
And you get telephone calls?
So far, they've been good about, since I keep in touch with them on a monthly basis, they'll let me know specific, and then, yeah, I'm open to emergency deliveries for shoes, though. Yes.
So you're the only one with the emergency number and the only one where the shoes come?
Yes, my home is the only warehouse, so to speak, but we're hoping to expand, and we're hoping to become a Shoes for Long Beach organization where we're able to help not just children at those 2 schools, but others as well. And I do have a few key givers that help out and give their time and efforts, and
Oh, they would have to.
they're great friends.
You'd have to have help.
Oh, yes.
Because with a garage full of shoes, just to organize it, let alone get it in the proper place.
Exactly. My 2 little ones are great givers too. They're in 2nd and 3rd grade, and they help me with his little feet.
Well, let's say if all of the churches had a women's group that would like to collect shoes, I bet you would, you would have more than your garage is going to handle. So,
That's right.
Well, you know, you're a perfect example of somebody that saw a need, wanted to do something about it, and did it, and all of a sudden it's probably taking up most of your time.
It takes up a lot of time. I'm a hairstylist and I've been doing that 20 years, and I work here and in Long Beach, but I do this, on spare time.
And 2 small children.
2 small children.
Goodness, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
We have we are on Facebook and Twitter, and we do have a
And
website.
it says For His Little Feet? Or
Yes.
His Little Feet?
We it's His Lit Feet, L-I-T, feet. And
L-I-T.
Yes. So hislitfeet.org is our website, and then we're on Facebook as well, and Twitter.
So they know how to get in touch with you if they want to.
Yes.
Well, it certainly is, excuse me, it certainly is a tribute to you to be here by yourself, start something several years ago, and see it grow so that it's really a satisfying thing.
Right.
And what's your feedback from the counselors?
Oh, they say the smiles that it brings to the children's faces, it just lights up their day. And we receive thank you notes from the children as well, and they're very impressive. Some of the children, they open up and they share. My father wasn't able to get me shoes. Thank you so much. We couldn't afford them at the time. To one sweet little girl wrote about, my mom says these are the best shoes I ever had.
Oh,
So,
that's wonderful.
yeah.
Well, the things that people can do with just not a whole lot of effort, but just have a good idea and then make it work is a real commitment. And a lot of people don't want to take that commitment. I mean, it might be a good idea, but what do I do about it?
Right.
But you didn't know about what to do about it. Your kids ran out of their shoes or grew out of their shoes, and somebody else could use them because their feet were the same long time ago.
That's right. I know it really is a community effort. I feel like the more that we get involved and help support this great cause, I feel like together we can make it happen for our city. And we are stomping out poverty.
Oh yeah, that's very good. Well, thank you so much, Hallie. That's a great story. Just the fact that you did it and you can be proud of it, and it makes you feel good, and you know that people are going to be happy about what you're being able to create. I love that, and good for you.
Thank you.
That just goes to show what happens when somebody has an idea and has the strength and maybe not even the know-how, but at least found some know-how on how to do something that was really important. And when you think of all of the children that need shoes and all of the shoes that are grown out of or not worn anymore, there's a home for them. So today we've had 2 episodes of fairly new nonprofits, but it just shows that people still have that kindness in their heart to do something to make our city better and make our children happier. Thank you very much for watching.